Tonight on Furniture Film Classics, coming soon after 30 years of waiting, Frank Sinatra and Lawrence Harvey Jr.
What was he doing with his hands, Raymond? What was he doing with his... Line?
Hands!
What was he doing with his hands, Raymond?
The Manchurian Can of Paint.
Ow.
That's
Hi.
intentional. Hi, I'm Joe Lorario.
And I'm Ed Feldman. Welcome to another edition of...
Unfinished Furniture, Part 2.
And this one has two subplots.
Two subplots.
One is the style of furniture on which we are working.
And that is shaker furniture.
Not true shaker furniture, shaker style. Take a gander at that gam or
See
that leg.
See that leg, how it goes down into a nice little angular, would fit right into an ankle strap wedgie there.
Or I prefer the stiletto with the black patent leather.
That's nice.
Now, the shakers who designed this furniture couldn't wear that stuff.
No, they were all celibate.
So they made furniture instead.
Well, it's a pastime, I guess.
Yeah, everybody needs a hobby. And they made very simple rectilinear style furniture, which really created the modern design, in our opinion.
And the guru of the shakers, of course, Don Knotts.
Ooh. So, another subplot.
Another subplot? Oh, good.
The finishes
gracious.
we're doing on the pieces today all wake you up. One pretty good, one really good.
This one, the oak chest, we're going to be doing an ammonia finish and then an open pour French polish.
My favorite.
And over here, the maple bed. We'll tell them when we go over. Wait and see.
Here's our maple headboard, and our
yes.
mystery stain is...
Espresso.
Espresso. You can go decaf or regular.
And you could wake up and literally smell the coffee.
Or the headboard, as it were, because it's all over.
Hey, we're getting low. You better get some more.
Espresso, please.
It all with a brush.
So, if you have the large coffee bar model, you certainly don't have to utilize the extra
And I think
people
this is
power.
a nice idea because we don't have to run and get anything.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, this is water-based, so it will raise the grain.
And we'll have to sand
So
afterwards.
we'll wind up having to sand it lightly. And if it's not dark enough, then, well, you want to put another coat on,
Yeah,
you
you can put another coat on. Absolutely.
But don't put any cream in the espresso. Then you'll have an opaqueness.
And also a sour smell after a few weeks.
Look,
Soup?
I'm making soup. Would you like some?
Yeah.
It's a nice yellow poker.
Then it will be my show. Was the line.
It'll be my show.
Yeah, right. Yellow ochre.
No, this is actually raw sienna. This is burnt sienna. This is kind of like an off-white paintbrush with a cup.
And
What's in here?
we hit it. It's hide glue.
Put it down here
Oh,
so
why?
they can see it.
Oh. But I was going to hide it.
Here.
That's very nice.
Now I can't. You know what I feel like? A butternut crunch. Jim.
Smells like that horse I bet on last Saturday.
So you put that,
Came in last.
some water, a little bit of hide glue. Artists use this to size their canvas.
But
And,
what are we using it for?
We're going to use it to seal in the stain that we put on, which was the espresso.
Why? Because something new.
We're showing something new, so we're not putting a shellac or a lacquer or a varnish.
No point yet.
He'll be back in the next show, show 97. We'll have a point
on that.
on this.
Got no money? We don't care.
till you come to the big
Carol Kane, tea time movie lady.
fork in the road.
All right, so we got it stirred up. We put the water in, some of the high glue.
This is a bona fide sealer, by the way.
It
Not for everyone. As a matter of fact, probably for no one. But this is TV.
Thing is,
And you see talking horses here.
take
But
off.
this horse can't talk anymore.
We're going to paint this on. Now,
With
once
a
this,
cheap throwaway brush.
once this is dry, we can sand it down and put a wax on. Excuse me.
Young boy, you come to Singapore often? And just slap it on, right? You're not painting a masterpiece.
You're not
here, right?
painting a masterpiece
We
at all,
never
as
paint
we always
masterpieces.
like to say.
I don't think we've painted a masterpiece since show 4.
They don't pay me enough to paint a real masterpiece. You know, I do paint.
Whole apartment, 2 coats, 1 afternoon.
The lovely paintings that dress the set are mine. They're all available for a
Which-
price.
As is this T-shirt. Now, this will seal. Will it impart a little bit of layering, just as when we
Yeah, just
drape?
like when you lay on the bed, it'll be
No.
layering.
Remember when we drape varnish? Do you remember? Do you remember? When we drape varnish and it gives it a more of a depth?
I'd like to drape you.
Shut up. And when we have this, which is a pigmented hide glue, this is giving it a little deeper color.
No,
You
it's
see-
not. It's just wetting it again, and it is raising the grain because it is
Well, then why did you
water-based.
put pigment in it?
Why did I put pigment in
Yeah.
it? Because I wanted to.
So it is imparting some color because it has pigment.
Yeah, could I put some on you?
He hates when he's wrong.
Crafts and Company, weekdays at 12 and 3 on TLC.
Can you figure out the cost of a long-distance call?
We haven't studied that yet.
What do I look like, a mathematician? You don't need to be a math whiz to save with Sprint Cents. It's the simplest long-distance calling plan yet. Just 10 cents a minute, every evening, every night, and all weekend long. That's when I make all my long-distance calls. Call now for Sprint Cents, and you'll also get 10% cash back after a full year.
10 cents a minute and cash back?
Even on calls to Hawaii? Doesn't matter how far away. It's still 10 cents a minute.
Anywhere in the whole country?
What about Canada? Even Canada, just 10 cents a minute all weekend long. Amazing how far a dime will go. And Sprint Cents couldn't be simpler. You'll pay just 10 cents a minute on state-to-state calls forever.
I'll buy that.
And remember, if you call now, you'll get 10% cash back. Sprint will even switch you for free. So let's review.
10% cash back.
It's coast to coast. 10 cents a minute. Forever.
And forever.
Call 1-800-913-9724.
Hi, I'm Leah Feldman. There's something new on the Learning Channel, something exciting. It'll help you find a new look or improve on what you have already. And this is the best part. You won't have to spend a fortune or a month at the gym to do it. You'll get advice from the experts and celebrity guests and the people that make them look great. It's fun and practical, up to the minute, and timeless. It's simply style.
Weekdays at 1 and 4 on TLC.
Hey, come on.
This is the next finish.
The
It's-
next?
It's ammonia.
It's ammonia.
You know, ammonia reacts with the tannin in wood. and
Theoretically.
It turns it a warm brown color.
Or?
And the first thing I've done to everything,
Is open the pores with a wire brush.
because it works.
Oh, yes.
So you
And-
scrub and you pull all the dirt and dust out of the pores.
And this is nothing more or less than a bucket of ammonia, much as you would buy at the supermarché for cleaning or
It is.
reviving your dead friends.
So you scrub the pores, you've opened the pores,
And use a
Glove.
rubber glove.
and you just brush it on.
I'm wiping it on.
Look. See? It's much lighter over there. So it gives it a nice aged color.
Much as the aged color you get,
When you watch Furniture,
furniture
to
to go. See, now the sides are pine, so if I put it on there, it would turn some sort of a yellow, an adjective I'm not permitted to say, but it'll go away. And besides, it's the sides, and this is his piece, so I don't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
No.
When I do his piece, he says, no, mate, do this good because this is mine.
Yeah, and do you do it good?
No.
Because I got a barrister bookcase at home from many years ago. Inside, not done.
I think that's a nice look on the top there. I'm going to go right to the side here. Now, you don't have to do any kind of neutralizing with this because the ammonia just dries, the gas evaporates, and you know what? It's really hard to think.
Yeah, so if you get the vapors, just lay the face on top of the bureau.
Now, we did a mission show a ways back with some really potent ammonia.
Oh, blueprint ammonia.
That stuff is really nasty.
That was the worst stuff we ever worked with. This is a day at the beach in comparison. Have you ever noticed that a lot of cleaning,
Look,
detergent cleaners say...
I'll put my toiletries here, perfumes, change, sandwich, protein drink, over here, some magazines.
And the pawn tickets.
Pawn tickets.
He's standing, but he's not standing straight. He's standing...
I'm standing on an angle.
On the bias.
Because the ammonia really raises the grain. Remember, I scrubbed it with the brush and then put the ammonia on. So the grain has raised. And if you sand just straight with the grain, you'll push it back down into the grain. So you want to go on the side and cut it off at the root.
The root. I hate people who say root and roof. Yeah, and you've found a hum. Oh, man. Where is that from? Some kind of Goyish thing. So but anyway, what's under here, Father Joe?
You sand off like this here, and you want to push the dust into the pores, where before we were opening the pores.
You know who says hum? People who like Tim Conway.
Hum what?
Anybody who buys...
Oh, the hum.
Yeah,
the hum.
Roof.
The hum, bronze.
Anybody who says roof buys Dorf on Golf.
Okay. This is benediction.
Now, Monty's cookie jar. What is it?
It's a can. This is an old T-shirt. And in here we have some pieces of wool sock that have been impregnated with shellac.
And what we're going to do is something called French polishing, which the Shakers did not do.
Because it was too invigorating.
It sounded dirty, too.
But this is an open pour. Remember, we had a French polisher on who did real French polishing. This is a different version.
And you fold this like a flag, and then you get a tight ball.
Like this. Back in the 20s, on job sites where
Did you twist?
Where a lot of oak was put into houses for oak paneling and the sides of jams and stuff. All the apprentices were given this job to do all the lengths of boards. The lengths of boards.
There's too many letters at the end of that word. And look, as you bang it, you see it get darker from the shellac.
And they were the apprentices, and they had to do all of the boards, and all the boards were finished before they were cut.
Now, if you've ever seen us do padding, that's a distant relative to this.
This is a little more
involved.
So you put the shellac on the pad, you disperse it, and you do the figure 8. You start at the top.
Now, I've got yours is being held down. I have to hold mine down.
And you got to keep loading the pad. Normally, I would have the shellac in a little bottle, but we don't have the bottles here. And the first coat is always the hardest because you're really pushing it down into the wood. And this is only the first coat, but as you get into the 7th and 8th and 9th coat, if you want to go that far, you don't ever want to land or keep the pad on the surface that you're padding because
you'll destroy.
It'll eat right into the previous coat. So you got to keep moving off, and if you come on, you got to keep going when you go on.
Pretend you're landing an airplane, but for the very first time.
Yeah. And the more you do this, and the more coats you put on, the friction of applying it
makes your hand catch on fire.
But it actually polishes the surface, too.
And sometimes you can't see how you're going unless you catch the light just right, and it will shine.
And because the shellac is alcohol-based,
it'll dry quickly.
Dries very fast.
Can you imagine doing this in someone's home with them watching? That used to be my job. Why did I ever do that? Why didn't I just go right into TV from high school?
You did the markers.
I used to do this, too. And they'd say, "What are you doing?" And I'd say, "Could you get me a drink?" And while they were out of the room, I'd do what I really wanted to do.
Aches and pains acting up again? Imagine 5 sets of massaging hands all over your body. Now enjoy Back Pleaser by Homedics with 5 massaging motors. Command controller relieves neck, shoulder, lower back, buttocks, thighs, or any combination of the 5. Press the cycle button for massage waves up and down your body. Adjust the speed and strength. Slow and gentle to relax, or intense and fast to energize. Work seated, reclining, or lying down.
Pain in my back, gone. I love it. It feels like 5 sets of hands.
I can't relax without it.
Massaging systems sell for hundreds, even thousands. Now order Back Pleaser for just 4 easy payments of $24.95. Order now, and we'll include your free car adapter. Get Back Pleaser with heat for just 1 extra payment of $24.95. Back Pleaser by Homedics, the massage system you'll use anywhere, anytime.
Call 1-800-635-7776 or send check or money order for $99.80 plus $19.95 shipping to the address on your screen. Michigan residents at 6% sales tax. Call 1-800-635-7776.
They claimed it was a weather balloon, but the people who were there tell a different story. Now, in an exclusive investigation, get to the bottom of one of the strangest stories ever told. Roswell, Science Frontiers, tonight at 10 on TLC.
What could be more beautiful than something you made yourself on Crafts & Company? Then you'll be ready to get things done with Homebodies and leading the glamorous life on Simply Style. Up next on TLC.
It set the standard in do-it-yourself books. But now, we've made the best even better. Introducing the all-new Home Repair and Improvement series from Time Life Books. With new color illustrations, step-by-step instructions, and a new spiral binding so books lay flat. It's never been easier to save money and create the home you've always wanted. You'll learn how to build a deck your family will enjoy for years. The tricks of the trade to install a new patio. Call now to examine decks, porches, and patios, free for 15 days. Keep it for the special low TV price of just $1.99. Use your credit card and get this Stanley tape measure absolutely free. Other volumes will follow. Keep only those you want. The new Home Repair and Improvement series from Time Life Books. We've made the best even better.
Call 1-800-795-5588 now to get decks, porches, and patios for just $1.99. That's 1-800-795-5588.
Hey, remember that French polishing?
Hamburger. I got that dust all over me.
Polish and Polish are spelled the same.
Yeah, but it's not French polishing.
And it's not a polished kielbasa.
Nuh-uh.
Mystery
That makes
to the
sense
universe.
somewhere, I guess.
Speaking of nothing, how about guys who do stuff that we don't do? I.e., the conservators of the antique.
At the Philadelphia Art Museum. You know, they don't endorse stripping and refinishing, but they do, work with existing finishes.
And they didn't endure us much. But let's
Throw us
see.
right out.
Let's see us.
And we have different clothes on, too,
Yeah.
but we don't go out that door and go right to the art
No
museum.
continuity letters, please.
Fine.
Coming around the corner at the Furniture Conservation Studio.
Hi, Dave.
Here at the Philadelphia Museum of Art with Dave DiMuzio, and this is where they fix all the furniture, to be quite plain about it. And what's this?
Well, we're looking at a tea table from Williamsburg, Virginia. You can see areas here where we replaced fretwork that was missing.
Look at this piece.
This is the new.
2 little original pieces, the rest all new.
Don't throw anything away.
Never.
See? Even they trash pick.
So I want to go over here and look at this gentleman who's doing something very strange with a hose.
This is Dave Arnold. He's working on a Pennsylvania German low-post bed.
He's vacuuming it, right?
Wow. No, we're putting on a really fine mist of consolidant to preserve. Well, we've got powdery paint here.
So this will keep it attached to the woods.
Right, without darkening or changing.
But you don't want to strip the wood, and you people out there with antiques, don't strip it unless you get it in praise, because then you can ruin it.
And drop the inheritance.
Yeah.
Here we have 2 chairs, same chair, side by side here.
Yes, these are chairs from Annapolis, Maryland. This one retained its original underupholstery, which is very important to us because it tells us exactly what the maker's intent was and what the upholstery should look like.
Is that real horsehair there?
Yes, it is.
And look, this is
not upholstery.
Hey, I wore this in high school, graduation.
Yeah. It's a minimally intrusive technique we use to avoid damaging frames with tacks and staples.
Yeah, it's a faux cat made out of styrofoam.
Very neat job.
I could probably work here. They put me in a corner and I could just do this part.
You couldn't screw it up.
No, wouldn't be put.
Let's go back here because they're doing something that I love to do. Shellac.
Always a breakneck pace here on Furniture to Go.
That place to go.
Yeah.
We always
A
go.
lot of movement.
This is Beirut. He's working on early 18th century Philadelphia daybed.
And what is he doing? The spit coat.
I'm applying a very dilute coat of AC, garnet shellac, and then to seal the surface, and then we'll wax it.
And then wax after all the time. What kind of wax?
Beeswax mostly, with sometimes solvent.
Yeah, then polished. Yeah. That's great.
Well, thanks, guys. And this is Furniture Conservation. If you got real antiques, don't just strip them.
Don't, because you'll lessen the value.
Because then you got to be nice.
You don't want it to
something
be nice to your furniture. It's time for letters again.
It's been scientifically proven that 98% of our viewers are literate, and they write us.
And they send us self-addressed stamped envelopes, and we don't get back to them as quickly as we can, but...
We will eventually. And in the meantime...
we'll read
more
some.
presents, please. Jams, jellies, things like that.
This one is from Kathy Kelly. She's from Philadelphia. And she says, I have acquired a very old, about turn of the century, and very beat up horsehair sofa. Stripping and refinishing the wood I can handle, and reupholstering will be a snap since it comes apart into 3 convenient sections.
So do I.
But what in the great furniture God's name could I possibly do to salvage the horsehair? Can it be cleaned? If it's too old and useless, I haven't determined that. This is my first encounter with horsehair, not attached to a horse. Can I acquire more? Short of saving a few nags.
You married?
Help. Terrific show. Are you going back to radio? Well, that's behind radio.
Never mind. They threw us off the radio.
Anyway, if you want new horsehair, you got to go to a horsehair
store.
Yeah, that's all they sell. Now you go to an upholstery.
Horsehair are us. Horsehair are us.
An upholstery supply. And if you're a faithful viewer, you saw when we visited one time before. And
right, you'll find them in the business-to-business yellow pages, upholstery supply stores.
And they, too, might wear very colorful hats.
And you can reuse the old stuff. The only way you can clean it is to go find an ozone chamber where they chemically, psychically somehow clean stuff. I don't really understand it, and I'm a college grad.
It's the same if your furniture is burned up and smells from a fire. They put it in a room that's filled with ozone, and it sucks this foul odor out.
I just like to hang the little thing that looks like the evergreen tree over top.
Just one, a single one. Okay.
Oh, here's an angry letter. Oh, I love angry letters because I get to be angry back.
We don't read only old cute letters. We read angry letters.
From Tom McLaren, Lake Worth, Florida. I really enjoy your show, informative as well as entertaining. However, when you suggested use of gasoline as a proper liquid in cleaning furniture, I cringe.
Ooh, cringe.
I want a photo, Tom. Your suggestion of gasoline as a viable agent is, at best, reprehensible.
Really?
Ooh, I hereby suggest, nay, demand, nay, he should get with the horsehair. Nay, demand an apology or...
We have nay horsehair here.
A retraction of that statement. Let me tell you, Tom,
Paint thinner is just as bad as gasoline. They're both petroleum distillates.
Gasoline is combustible, so it's paint thinner, naphtha, lacquer, all the stuff we use.
Lacquer thinner, alcohol, and I believe in the show that I did refer to gasoline. Person wrote in and I mentioned about using it to clean off stubborn stains, using it with a brush, and I did say to get it outside. So it's only dangerous if you drink it, if you inhale it too much, rub it in your eyes or on your roast.
Just like most of the other stuff. As a matter of fact, if you want your car to go really fast, you'll replace the gasoline with the other stuff we use.
Well, that's about it for letters, I guess.
Any more?
No.
You, Elvis. Thank you. Dear Joe and Ed, I wanted to tell you how much I enjoy Furniture on Demand, or Furniture to Go, as we now call it. I'm glad it got renewed. I think Ed is very cute and clever. He makes repairing furniture as exciting as it could ever be. But Joe, you are the absolute best. I could watch you 24 hours a day on the Joe Network. Want to do a little pose down around now?
Wonderful.
Please don't take offense, Ed, because together you're the Regis and Kathy Lee of furniture stuff.
Thank you, Fran.
You know, I liked it until that last line. Because I'm going wild here. I'm going wild.
Wild? It's just wild. Hey, watch.
So a fawning letter is nice. A question is nice. A cake is really nice.
Okay, something gooey and creamy.
Send me something with a file in it. Get me out of
Thank you, Fran. Bye-bye.
Please.
Well, here's the bed. It's beautiful.
And remember, we stained it with the espresso?
And then we sealed it with the rabbit skin
That was
glue.
tinted with some acrylic paint.
And now it's been waxed, and it's beautiful.
We sanded it down lightly with a 400 and then waxed it.
You know, we wanted to end with a sight gag of us lying on top of one another
Yeah,
like the Stooges
like the
did.
Stooges, but we couldn't do that in this day and age.
Yeah, something happened with the morals between the 30s. So here's the before.
And the after.
And here's the dresser before.
And now, the after.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's so shiny.
It's been ammonia-ized. And then we put the French polishing, and after so many repeated coats of French polishing, this is what you get. Something you can actually shave by if the lighting was right.
And then, of course, the perfumes will eat through.
Yeah.
And you'll have to do it again. So, until we meet again.
I'm Joe Lorario.
And I'm Ed Feldman.
Please be nice to your furniture.
Next on TLC, use your creativity to make fun, useful things for around the house. Debbie Stapley of Crafts & Company shows you how. Then stay with us for Homebodies, spotlighting easy home projects.